Dogs don't show pain the way humans expect them to. They don't cry out, they don't limp dramatically, and they rarely stop functioning altogether. Instead, they adapt. They adjust their behavior quietly, often so subtly that even the most loving owners miss what's happening right in front of them. Pain in dogs is not loud, it's strategic. It's hidden behind habits, posture, mood shifts, and small behavioral changes that feel harmless when viewed in isolation. Dogs evolved to survive by masking weakness. In nature, showing pain meant becoming prey. That instinct never left them. Even in a safe home, with food, warmth, and care, a dog's nervous system still treats pain as something to conceal. This is why waiting for obvious signs is one of the biggest mistakes owners make. By the time pain becomes obvious, it has usually been present for a long time. One of the earliest and most overlooked signs of pain is a shift in rest patterns. A dog in pain may sleep more hours, but the quality of that sleep changes. They wake frequently, reposition constantly, or choose new sleeping locations. They may stop sleeping on beds they once loved, avoid stairs, or no longer curl up tightly. These changes aren't random. They're the body searching for a position that hurts less. Movement reveals even more. Pain doesn't always cause limping. More often, it causes hesitation, a pause before standing, a slower transition from sitting to walking, a brief stiffness that disappears after a few steps. Owners often assume the dog walked it off, but in reality, the body is compensating, redistributing weight, and adjusting muscle use to avoid discomfort. Over time, this compensation creates secondary pain in other areas. Walking behavior also changes in subtle ways. A dog may lag behind, stop pulling on the leash, or lose interest in longer walks. Some dogs do the opposite and pull more, trying to maintain momentum to avoid stiffness. Neither behavior means the dog suddenly changed personality. Both are coping strategies. Pain also reshapes emotional tolerance. Dogs in pain have less patience. Touch that was once neutral can become threatening. Being hugged, lifted, or restrained can suddenly trigger avoidance or growling. This is often misinterpreted as behavioral regression or dominance issues, when in reality, the dog is protecting itself from discomfort. Pain lowers the threshold for reaction. What used to be tolerable becomes overwhelming. One of the most misunderstood pain signals is withdrawal. Dogs don't always seek comfort when they hurt. Many choose isolation. They lie in corners, under furniture, or in quiet rooms. Owners sometimes interpret this as independence or calmness, but it's often the opposite. It's the nervous system seeking safety and reduced stimulation. Licking behaviors are another major clue. Repetitive licking of paws, joints, or even surfaces can indicate pain rather than anxiety. Licking releases endorphins. It's a form of self-medication. When you see persistent licking that has no obvious cause, it's a signal that something internal is wrong. Appetite changes also matter far more than people realize. Pain affects digestion, hormones, and stress responses. Some dogs eat less, others eat faster, as if rushing through discomfort. Dental pain is especially deceptive because dogs continue eating long after their mouth hurts. Chewing on one side, dropping food, preferring soft textures, or avoiding certain treats are all signs that pain may be present even when eating continues. Facial tension is another hidden indicator. Dogs in pain often squint slightly, hold their ears differently, or keep their mouth tightly closed. These micro-expressions reflect chronic discomfort. Because they happen gradually, owners normalize them without realizing a change occurred. Energy levels shift too, but not always dramatically. Many dogs still play, still greet, still function, but with less enthusiasm. They stop initiating activity. They disengage sooner. They rest more after movement. This is not aging. Aging does not cause pain. Disease, degeneration, and injury do. Chronic pain is the most dangerous because it blends into daily life. Dogs adapt so well that owners believe everything is fine. Meanwhile, joints deteriorate, nerves compress, and muscles weaken. By the time pain is undeniable, the condition is often advanced. Pain also affects behavior in ways that seem unrelated. Anxiety increases. Reactivity appears. Sleep becomes lighter. Sensitivity to sound or touch rises. Many dogs labeled as behavior problems are actually dogs in pain trying to cope in silence. One of the most harmful things owners unintentionally do is suppress pain communication. Growling is punished. Avoidance is ignored. Subtle warnings are dismissed. The dog learns that expressing discomfort doesn't help, so they stop trying. What looks like obedience is often learned helplessness. The dog isn't calm, they're resigned. This is why so many serious incidents seem sudden. The warnings were there. They were just misunderstood. Another overlooked signal is breathing. Dogs in pain often breathe faster at rest. Their breaths become shallow. They sigh frequently. Their nervous system stays activated even when lying down. Watch your dog when they think no one is paying attention. That's when pain shows itself most clearly. Pain is rarely isolated. A problem in one area creates strain elsewhere. Hip pain leads to shoulder tension. Dental pain causes head shyness. Back pain changes posture and gait. The body compensates until it can't anymore. The most important skill an owner can develop is pattern recognition. One unusual behavior means nothing. Repeated change means everything. You don't need to diagnose, you need to notice. Touch your dog regularly and intentionally. Learn what normal feels like. You cannot recognize change if you don't know baseline. Observe how they rise, rest, move, and respond to contact. These details matter. Dogs don't hide pain because they're strong. They hide it because they're vulnerable. They trust you to see what they cannot say. Pain doesn't make dogs dramatic. It makes them quiet. And quiet is easy to miss. If this video helped you understand your dog on a deeper level, like the video so more owners can learn what dogs are silently communicating every day. Subscribe for weekly content on dog behavior, health, and prevention. And in the next video, I'll show you the single behavior almost every owner thinks is normal, but it's one of the clearest signs your dog is hurting long before symptoms appear. Most people miss it. You won't.